Live. Today, again, we are working on the 18 van. There's always never any projects to do on it. We are going to remove the rear heat and AC. Um, the reason I decided to do it now is because the van has straight water in it, because I had to put straight water in it to run it down the strip of the No Name Nationals. So I thought before I put antifreeze in it, now would be a good time to eliminate a lot of heater hose. There's heater hose that runs all the way from the box up here, all the way almost to the rear tire. And I don't plan on driving this in the winter. If I do, times are getting pretty hard. So, hey JB, how are you? But anyway, I don't want to spend a fortune in antifreeze, so I'm going to get rid of about 20 feet of heater hose. And while I'm doing it, means there's no Freon in the AC, now would be a good time. Tony, how's it going? So, and anyway, to get to the heater core, to the heater hoses, it looks like pretty much the whole dryer and everything's going to be after removed off the AC. So, I don't know if we'll get it all done on this live, but we'll give it our best shot. And beware, there may be blood involved. Usually mine. So first I'm going to just start disconnecting this stuff here. Now I'm going to start a second camera because I'm very bad at losing footage. Let me move in here a little closer, get you out of my way. Get you down here to see what we're not doing. And you guys can feel free to tell me how much I'm screwing up, because you know what? I don't claim to be a mechanic, but I try to play one on YouTube. And if any of you are EPA snitches, you can leave now. But like I said, there was no Freon in it. It looks like to me that they didn't go crazy when they put this AC and heat in. It looked like they just pretty much teed stuff off. So I'm thinking if I get this T removed here, this line here will go screw right back into it. We're hoping. But we shall see. My wrenches don't go up real high, so I would imagine we're going to be using a pipe wrench on some of this stuff. Obviously, a pipe wrench. And boy, that just barely fit. All right. So anyway. Make me nervous if people watching me work. I think it's been on a year or two, I believe. See if that'll break loose. You guys want to have to come and help. Oh, that baby C's on there. And it's aluminum. I really don't want to break it because If you break it, then you gotta buy it. Move this thing out of the way. Gary, how are you? Bruce, what's going on? Well, if I only had that fuel pump, you right? If I only had the fuel pump. I don't understand why that won't come loose. I do know I may have to get a second pipe wrench. I do have bigger ones. I really hate crushing wrenches, but you know what? Sometimes we gotta do what we got to do with. Ugh. Good God, Hercules must put that damn thing on. I am not an AC guy, so when and if this gets recharged, I don't have the equipment nor desire to do it. So it will be going elsewhere. Luckily, we have a guy that's fairly close. Boy, don't look very good. O-ring don't look too bad. There's actually a little oil in there, so that's a good thing. Well, it fit on a minute ago. The hell. Let's have a burr on it. I'm telling you guys, I'm not much on having people look over my shoulder, so. But I'll make an exception just for you guys. Good God. They must put some kind of crap on this to make it seal. Because that is stuck. I gotta go get some PB blaster or something. See if that's gonna help. I'll be right back. All right, let's see. Some of you guys might know this thing. Give it a little douche. This may be the perfect time to try these new pliers I bought. I seen a buddy of mine, PR Prodigy, he had some of these things, and man, they really work. The harder you pull on it, the more they clamp down. I've had several channel locks before, but this was what are these called? Nut busters. Well, that may happen actually, but 1.12 inches. But anyway, I may try that if they'll open up big enough. I didn't even know they made such an animal. By golly, it will work. Whether or not I got the strength to hold it. Maybe another story. So, well, he may get mad and just start taking the inside unit out. But I know if I don't put something on that, that's going to bust that right out of that dryer. And I don't want to buy one. Maybe that'll hold it. That way I can put the oomph on this. It'll break or it won't. We'll get something to prop underneath it to take up a little slack. The worst part about having to work by yourself, guys. Some of you guys probably know that. Be nice to have a third hand. Maybe that'll take up the slack. Oh, I'm not no slouch. I got a little weight behind me, and that was freaking all I could do. If it wouldn't have gave, I'd probably give up. But she's coming now. My choice of tools aren't the best, but man, it's gonna be tough all the way out. Well, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to break that dryer. Or at least cause it to leak. Man, it acts like it's cross-threaded. That's too tight for some reason. I do not know. Maybe one of those things I may have to take it off and take it to a vise. Let me get some light in here where I can see what I'm not doing. You guys want to see what a Ozark Mountain work light is? That's a microphone stand, flexible microphone stand, and a couple zip ties and a cheap freaking light, but boy, it works. Put it horizontal, vertical. Most of the time it works. There's places where it's not, but like I say, I don't mess with air conditioners. And if I was probably yanking a motor and never going to put it in there, I would probably just take saws on and just cut the freaking lines off. But I'd like to at least have it in the dash. And boy, you just can't work on anything in a van. Cannot. There's no freaking room. No freaking room. Decisions. I know if I keep after this part of it, there's going to be a lot of cussing involved. So let's go and do the interior part of it. I'll get you moved around here. Get some things changed. Get you guys shortened up here so I can get you inside. This is not the way I planned the live today, but it is what it is. Ain't much I can do about it at this point, so. See if I can get you guys in here we can see. Are you able to see that? Well, let's prop out a leg. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Yeah, I guess somewhat. The struggle is real, boys. Colleen, how are you? Tim, how's it going? Welcome to the cluster. All right, let me grab some tools. See if we can get the stupid air conditioning out of here. Then we'll work on the heat. Screwdrivers. I'm sure we don't have enough tools. We'll have to make 15 drips. It's got a charge port on this part of it too. Like I said, I didn't put this in here, and I don't believe Buff from Buff's Garage did either. I would say the original owners probably did it when they used this thing as their sewer inspection man. Because they had this, there was a desk over the top of this. I don't know if you guys watched the other videos to where I took it out. But I can't even put my other seats in there with these things in the way, so. I'm not too worried about saving the rubber hoses, because if I put it back in, I will be replacing them. I'll get the right one eventually. go for sockets. Get one, go for another. As you can tell, this is why I don't do a lot of work when I do a live, because I'm not the quickest at doing it. And I'm sure a lot of you guys could do, and girls could do it better. But none of you volunteered to help, so gotta do what I gotta do. All the way out. I used like a 12-foot screw for something that didn't need to be a half-inch long. Good gosh. They must only have one size of screw in their shop. Longer than shit. Guess I should have got a drill. I got it out a little quicker. And they're coming out hard all the way, so. All the way. Two down, two to go. The hell. Plus, when I do one of these working lives, it's hard to keep up with the chat. I'll get these out and I'll get caught up. I'd like to flog the mechanic that put this in. Good gosh. What do you expect from government workers, right? City, county, government, whatever. It's all the same. Damn old self-tappers ain't got no freaking heads on them, hardly. We're about to get it finally. I mean, seriously, these things go through the floorboard, which probably is an 1/8 inch piece of metal, and an 1/8 inch piece of metal for the bracket. This one acts like it's stuck. Caught the damn carpeting. But seriously, do you need to screw that freaking long to go through a couple of pieces of 1/4 inch steel? No. Well, at least it unbolted easy. All right, let me get caught up on the chat here, guys, and then we'll break these lines loose. Fighting it? That'd be an understatement. So how is everybody else doing? Yeah, Jelly, that'd been great. Have a flashlight. Tightening? Was I tightening it? No, I don't think I was. It's because the camera's backwards. It does a mirror image on these lives running out of the front of the camera. But I was loosening it. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. I know. So. Well, it was going through the carpeting, the mat under the carpeting, and I think that's where it was tangling up. That's why it wouldn't come out. But that's the main thing. Daryl, how are you? All right, back to the pipe wrench and the monkey wrench. So. And we'll get these vines busted loose. Get you set back up. One of these days, I will learn to bring all the tools at once. But I doubt it. I bought a hose remover. I don't know how well it's going to work. If some of you didn't hear from earlier, I'm removing this stuff because, number one, is because it's still full of just water. And I wanted to put the antifreeze back in it, and there was no sense in pouring antifreeze in and then turn around and take these things loose, because there's probably about, I'm going to say, close between 15 and 20 foot of freaking hose that runs across and underneath this van. And there's no sense in losing what little antifreeze is in it. Well, that ain't doing no good. Oh, them are good pliers. I like them. If you guys don't have some of these, I'd get some. I seen somebody use it and got something that was really stuck. They're called Channel Lock Nut Buster. And the more pressure you put on that back handle, the more it bites into the nut. I got them at Lowe's, so you can pretty much get them anywhere. And they weren't bad. I think they were $18 or $20. Now, I'm sure they've got their places just like everything else. Oh, this damn old van's gonna fight me on everything I do. Everything I've touched on this thing has been rusted or corroded, or I guess it's to be expected for something that's 35 years old. Nothing can come out, just come out. And all the way out. You guys, I might have to hold your ears here in a minute because it's starting to piss me off a little bit. It's like they put goop on everything. It's just sticky. Probably stop leak or something in the system. Never had fight fittings so much on a car. All right. Get rid of the plug. She's out. Kitty Pigeon, what's up? Yeah, Nathan. And you just about seen me go, little BA. Well, I can't afford to buy Channel Lock too often. It only took me 60 years to find them damn things. That's right. Lars Channel Lock brand. Let's see if we can get all these damn things fished out. Looks like they got spray foam in it. Looks like that's going to be let's see if we can knock this out. I'm pretty good at tearing up stuff, so I'll probably get the spray foam out. Get it out, I can fish some hose back down. you guys weren't watching, I'd be having a serious discussion with this van. And it probably wouldn't be the nicest. Well, they sealed her up. Man, it's got silicone on it. If I could get one of them out, the rest of them would probably go. Electrical cords going down. Well, that came out. All right, we'll fight that in a minute. Let's see what's going to take to get this other box out. Maybe it'll be a little more cooperative. That camera wasn't doing no good. It was just taking a picture of my back. So we figure out how this is held in. See no exterior screws. Might have some clips. If I can figure out how they come loose. Alright. Guess I need more light because there are screws. Of course, it's a screwdriver I don't have. Did you guys get it off yet? No, you're no freaking help. What's up with you guys? Factory sealant. Well, that may be it. Man, it's some sticky crap. All right. It ain't easy for a fat man rolling around in these things. Alright, I see 4 screws. I took 4 screws out. Now what's holding it? We're gonna Hercules it here out. Because I ain't moved the rest of the damn thing. No idea what it's doing. Well, it's got a little heater core in it. Look at that. Crazy little thing. I did not dream that would be like that. But anyway. Looks like the connections on it are under the thing. So I guess let's lift her up, guys, and we'll go from there. Unload these crappy tools and we'll get her lifted up. Take my handy dandy little channel locks, because God knows I'll be using them. And sure there's a world I don't take everything out and I'll get it lifted up. I'll need something in there. I think that's all I do is move the camera stand around. Up we go. Got to pull the garage door down. Otherwise, I can't get it all the way up. Not wiping out the door. Lovely. We may go higher. I don't know yet. Depends on how many times I hit my head underneath here. Guaranteed at least once. Oh yeah. It's got a little goop in it. If you can see that up there. Get this light in there. Get another light. All right, I'm going up higher. I guarantee I'm gonna get my head. Always remember when you use a lift to put it back down on the stance. Can you guys see that? That's going to take a little time to clean out. Spin you guys around here a little bit. Is that better? Jay, how's it going? Well, thank you, kitty pigeon. Bogey, why aren't you doing this for me? You got a shop? I'd even throw you $1 or two. Never is exactly what you want. Let me take you guys out here now. You can see what I'm talking about. So that's all air conditioning line, or that's all heating line. All the way over of the transmission, back down over here, and then up under the fender well to the hood. And this hose is old, and I really don't want to have a breakdown with a bad hose right now. So we're going to delete it all. At least the heat, we're going to delete for sure. The AC, we are probably going to delete temporarily. Wow, it looks like they even put a shop towel in it for packing. That's some high quality craftsmanship there. I think I'm going to take half these crazy things off. Huh. I think that air conditioner unit is a combination heater and AC unit. It looks like it has heater hoses running to it. I did not know that. I wonder why it had water running out of it, but now I know. It had double heater in it. See, there you go. When I put it back in, it'll have just one heater. I won't have to put that secondary one back in. That's a good thing. Thought there was an awful lot of hose for what it was. As you can see, we have a little rust issue to deal with this winter on downtime. I know that's going to be exciting for you to watch. Remember my philosophy, it may not be done the right way, but it'll be done my way. I attempt to try to do things right the first time. Doesn't always happen though. At least the frame's not rotted out. This is definitely turning out to be more of a job than I thought it was going to be. See if we get these hoses broke loose. Now granted guys, remember, this is water. I know it's water because it took me 6 times to flush the radiator to get all the antifreeze out because of these lines. Looks like freaking garden spigot hose fittings. Probably is. Probably is. I was smart, I probably would just got a razor knife and took and just slit these things. I never claimed to be smart. But I may be smart here in just a second because the damn thing's ripping. All right. Well, that tells you how bad the hoses were. They were on their last leg, so. Before I went to the No Name Nationals, these things were hanging down. You could see them from under the vehicle. I can't believe the water's still pouring out of this damn thing. Explains why I had a hard time getting the antifreeze out of it, because these are lower than the petcock. One, two, three, all right. Well, there's another big hole to weld up. Looks like a piece of stovepipe. Exactly what it looks like. Catch you on that carpeting. That's going to be a big hole to weld up. One of the many. All right. Grab the light and let's look at the heater. It looks like it's been on there for a long time, so. I won't say she's gonna be a crusty Joe. You guys can see that or not. Too many things trying to occupy the same space. Going dead. Undercoating on it. I can't see much hope on them things coming loose. And of course, the Canopy blaster is up on the back. Old can's about out of aerosol. Of course, you're smaller. Why don't use a air ratchet or a battery operated one? Because I don't own one. Would be a wise investment. And no, I'm not going to fight these hoses. I'm going to cut them. I'm probably going to cut them now because that one there is not going to come loose. Because that is a heater core, I know they're fragile, so I really don't want to bust it. Yeah, I made it through it because she's sucking wind. This utility knife doesn't lock. Is my problem with this one. Alrighty. Plan B. And in Chinese Amazon lights, the battery ain't worth, not the battery, but the magnet ain't worth crap. You breathe on it, it falls off. More water. All right, shop steward says break time. Taking a break. Well, we've been successful so far in A, creating a freaking wet mess everywhere. Bunch of hoses connected. Now that I got to get that clamp off that heater cord. And then I hope that heater unit will come out. Then we'll worry about unrouting all these heater hoses and high pressure rubber lines for the air conditioner. And then we'll worry about the upper stuff. I will probably do that off camera because I'm sure that's going to fight. But as far as the work goes for today, I am done. Looks like everybody's gone. I know these working lives aren't as good as sitting here chatting with you, and I enjoy them a lot better. And I don't know if I'll do any more of these working lives, because... All right, Gary, thanks for coming in, buddy. Appreciate you. Because it's obvious they don't work out that good. I know the last live I did, somebody said, "Are you working on anything?" No, just chatting. And like it pissed them off. I'm like, well, at least people stay in the chat. So you can't win for losing. So if I'm going to do it, I might as well enjoy it. So I'm going to sit and visit with you guys instead of worrying about working on stuff while I do it. Do it live. You want to see me work on stuff, you'll just have to come to watch my videos, right? Then I can edit the bad things out. That's right, you cannot please everybody. And it's impossible to try, so you got to please yourself. But, you know, You got to try something different every now and then, see if it works. So. And I'm sure some of you guys could have probably done a better job than what I did, but you know, it is what it is. I'm old and slow, and I have no reason to get in a hurry for anything. Don't make fun of my dirty workbench. It's a catch-all. That's true, Gary. If you don't, you won't know. But anyway, everything I've done, I didn't think this was going to take this long to take these out, because I do have a noise in the rear, in the back of the van. I won't say the rear end because I don't believe it's coming from the rear end. I believe it's a suspension noise. I don't know if it's a shock or if it's a leaf spring or a rubber in the leaf spring. And the thing I don't want to think of is a rotted out hole in the frame where the bolt goes. But I guess this could be possible. But I will probably do that one off camera because that's gonna take some time to figure out. I thought it was I had some loose exhaust pipe, tailpipe, and I ran a couple self tappers in it because the clamp's so rusty. You're not gonna loosen it up to break it loose, and it's not gonna retighten. So it's pretty much welded in place. And the best thing to do is take a cutting torch and cut the U-bolt off and start again. But I want to put dual exhaust on it, so, and I may see what some straight pipe cost and go buy some bits and pieces and make my own. I believe the original A-Team van they had custom tips that came out in front of the wheels. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what they were, which would be something I'll have to fabricate out of sheet metal. Well, Gary, looks like me and you. Pretty much about it. There's Nathan. I think you're right, Nathan. I think it was a square tubing that had 4 separate things on it. But I have to do some research. This is not a replica. We'll be far from it. I've been thinking about what to do to the interior, and I think I would like to get, I know I took out a bulkhead out of it, but I think I would like to get a custom factory bulkhead and put back in it. And that way I don't have to I can put the couch, move it up, and have the back of it more for carrying tools, jacks, stuff like that, because I may turn this into a tow rig. And it is a 3/4 ton van, so it'll pull the trailer with the car on it without a problem. And it's already got air shocks on it. I'm sure they're Chinese air shocks, but it's got a huge tank. I think it's got like a 36-gallon tank on it. Probably 34 with the dents that are in it, but anyway. It runs too good, but I'm kind of too lazy to do a lot of the body work on it. So I hate body work. I hate it with a passion. I will probably do some on it. I've already talked to a guy about doing some vinyl graphic work on it. I will probably actually repaint the black and the gray with more of the original color. It won't be tractor paint. I think the black is either a flat black or a satin black. I will probably go back with a satin black, and because black, it doesn't hide anything. And the top of it's supposed to be gunmetal gray. So the guy I talked to with the vinyl graphics, he says he can match the exact color of the stripe and even do perforated vinyl to cover the windows where you can see out but you can't see in. So I may end up going that route, being it is a window van. So I don't know, different things going on between this and the Mustang. But a lot of ideas and a little bit on cash. So you guys probably all know that feeling. Or that I don't want to spend the cash for it. So mechanically, the van is, with the exception of the transmissions, is very sound. It drives down the road great. It's slow as a snail. You guys will see that in the No Name National video that I'm trying to get edited. It's like a freaking nightmare because, I don't know, I probably got about 60 video clips to patch together, try to keep it halfway entertaining without boring everybody, to keep everybody watching. Very time consuming. And I'm not real good with the editing process yet. But it's like somebody told me today, do the best you can. And down the road, you can always re-edit it and put it back out. So, yeah, I kind of think it would be a good thing to do the wrap, because I ain't like Daryl. I can't paint a stripe and have it come real clean. That's why I think, if I just paint it and then he can put that crisp vinyl graphic on it and it won't show my painting mistakes. I can squirt paint. I can make it run. But, yeah, I need to buy a new grill for it, new headlight rings. A lot of little stuff I need to do. Benz, I did bust one of the headlight rings and dented the hood by backing into it with the side-by-side the other day. Being a dumbass, but it is what it is. Can't do nothing about it now. What program do you use, Nathan? I'm using Filmora. I think it gives you a lot of options, but then if you want anything special, it's all about charging you $10 or so a month to get you paying every month. And I don't like doing the monthly subscriptions. I don't edit that much. The Filmora, I pay for it once a year. I think it's like $59. So there's no way I could edit with my phone. Absolutely no way. Because with the Filmora, you can blow the footage up. I don't know what you call it, like where the sound and stuff's at. You can blow it up real big and just slice it in between words and stuff. So it's pretty accurate. And I think I've got, on the No Name National video, I think I've got up to about 28 minutes right now, which covers Thursday and Friday, which is mainly Friday, because they had racing all day and then they had the burnouts. Saturday's footage won't be as long because it shut down around 5. So I'm thinking it's going to be around 32 to 35-minute video. Probably one of the longer ones I put out. Yeah, Jay does a good job. He really does. Does that what he uses too, just his phone? I use an Android, so I don't know if you guys are using iPhones, if that makes a difference or not. Yeah, he does. Yeah. Some people's got the knack. Uh, this is kind of just a hobby that I tried, and I'm sure I'll never be a big channel because I'm not going to spend the money or the time to make it. It's not my life. This is just a hobby. So I know these guys that do it full time. That's the way they make a living. That's all well and good, and good luck and more power to them. But I like to enjoy things other than this. It consumes my life the way it is. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm trying to do the cross posting with Instagram, and I still haven't got Instagram figured out. Between that and Facebook, and I've got, I accidentally opened a business account or a professional profile on one, which doesn't work, doesn't hardly get much traffic. And then my normal Lone Wrench on YouTube, I don't know what's happened, but I'm getting 30 requests a day to add me. And I'm sure a lot of it's bots. I don't accept all of them because, I mean, can you really follow somebody that's got 5,000 subscribers? Not really, not on Facebook. So, to each their own. I don't have a desire to have that many because, you're not going to know who anybody is. I just seem to keep it on the smaller scale. That way, like on these chats, you guys come in, I know who you are. Keeps a lot of the trolls out, I guess. Which I've got to the point that I don't really care about trolls anymore. They want to come in, that's fine. It helps the algorithm. So it's all good. Now they want to get nasty and make stupid comments. Yeah, I'll boot them out. I don't care. And you guys feel free to also. But exactly, Nathan. I mean, I feel like I've met some pretty good people on YouTube. Some's turned out to be good friends, like the Randys. They're never done projects. Matter of fact, a week from Friday, I'm headed back that direction. Hey, Rich, how are you? They're having a get together. They're having a trunk or treat on Friday night, and then they're going to do their, I'm not sure what they're calling it, on November the 1st, to be their belated 1-year anniversary. And they've invited everybody to come to it. So I plan on going and supporting, and probably go there a few days early and help them. And I talked to little Randy earlier today on the phone, and talked about a few things. Rich, I am doing better now. I messed with this stupid van and made quite a mess on the floor. Got some hoses loose, so I got to the point that my patience was getting thin. So I said, screw it. Hey, Craig, you come in when I'm done working. You missed all the fun. I didn't get it done, but I couldn't stay on your live very long last night, Rich. I was tired. I just seen you on in the middle of the night. I thought, wow, he's up late. Thought I'd just stop in and say hey. So, yeah, Craig, I think you might have been the one last time I was on live. You want to know if I was working on anything. And that's why today I thought, well, let's work on some stuff. And it's like everything else on this van. Every damn thing I went to do has fought me. Luckily, I never drew any blood yet, but I'm not done with it yet. Come to find out, the van actually had a heater air conditioner combination in it, plus another heater. So it ended up having 2 rear heaters and 1 AC. AC didn't have any Freon in it, so I'm taking it out also. So I may put that back in down the road. But we'll see. I'm not going to need it for this winter. But I needed to winterize the van, get the water out of it from the No Name Nationals. Even draining it, I probably still got a gallon and a half on the floor. Yeah. I have days like that. Yep, it's coming, Craig. It's coming. I think I've made a decision on it, though. I think we're going to try to get that motor running. And I think it's got, I don't know, the damn odometer light thing went out on it where you can see the mileage. I don't know if it's a fuse or what it is. But anyway, I think it's got like 217 on it. It's probably quite a bit for a 3.8. But we're going to try to get it running. And my plan is to probably put a cold air intake on it. I will probably take the mechanical fan off of it and run some electric fans, a couple on it. Make it either a limited slip or put a mini spool in it and make it into a burnout vehicle that I can also run down the drag strip. That's the plan. Why don't I have to worry about the winterizing it? Because there ain't no water in it now. No, I don't. Well, I don't want to sit here in the garage. I'll get the rest of it off. It looks like I'm going to have to take the dryer off the air conditioner unit, and it is stuck. To actually get to the heater hoses, then I will end up replacing the heater hoses on stuff. Well, that's kind of what my move is, I think, is do that. Oh, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Now, you're in Florida, aren't you? Yeah, you suck, Craig. I wish I lived in a climate-controlled state for the most part. Maybe someday, when I get rich and famous, right? Luckily, where I'm at, we don't get a whole lot of snow. We do still get snow, but we don't get a lot. I've dealt with it all my life. I'm not a fan. And as I get older, my body doesn't regulate the temperature near as well as it used to. 83 right now, I could live with 68. My ideal temperature would be 78 degrees with a light breeze and sunny every day. If I could find out where that place is, I'd probably move there. and it wasn't a third world country. Because I do like comfort features like running water and electric and AC. Yeah, 68. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how. I don't think we got that much last year, and we haven't had a lot the past several years. So I'm afraid that we may pay the price this year. But right in our location, it's kind of on the fringe where there's about a 40-mile area where we either get snow or we get ice or a mix. And if we get ice, usually it causes power outages. Well, Rich, we can all be famous in our own minds, right? Kind of the way I look at it. We have to be our own biggest fan because if we wasn't, who would be, right? I try not to take this damn thing so serious. Haters are gonna hate. It's a fact. And so, why, thank you, John. I appreciate that. You missed all the fun. I about threw my one and only wrench. I was down to use the monkey wrenches and pipe wrenches earlier. I don't know if you guys hadn't heard. I hate working on this fucking van. And yes, pardon my French. Because everything's rusty crusty. And I think they put some kind of goo on these air conditioner lines because they don't like coming loose. I am Mike Rich. If you didn't know, that's my name. So, John, I have spent hours editing that damn video. And I think I've got it. I still haven't got Saturday's footage put in, but I've got probably 60 video clips. Trying to make it to where it's well, it'll never be in Lars's category, but I'm trying to get it a little better than normal. I'm trying to put the effort into it to make it a good video. I'm trying to I'm doing it from a first timer's perspective. So maybe it'll help for next year's group. I mean, I didn't go into the detail on the fighting of how to get the subscribers or anything, but this is what I've got it named, and you tell me what you think, because I'm all about input. I've got it No Name Nationals from a first timer's perspective. So I still have to do a voiceover at the beginning to do the stuff, and I've just got the little bit of you said you wanted a little clip of us traveling to the No Name Nationals. I did send you part of a clip, and I used it in the video, about probably a 5-10 second clip of it, of basically showing us loaded up, traveling and turning into the No Name Nationals, and then I did a little bit on going to I kind of tried to do it like a timeline. So people that are not there can actually say, well, this is a play-by-play of what really went down during the event. So kind of like if you wasn't there, then you will have kind of a play-by-play thing. But anyway, trying to keep it kind of interesting to where it doesn't drag out so much. I just got done editing all the burnout stuff. So Friday is, for the most part, done. And Saturday I don't have as much footage, but I'm going to try to do a little something different on some of the times I went down the track, do like a picture in a picture, and don't know if I can, but I'm going to try it. LUQ man, how are you? I'm not sure how to pronounce that, so. But anyway, I hope it turns out decent. And like somebody told me today, if you don't like the way it turned out, when you get better at editing, pull it off and re-edit it and put it back up. So, we'll see how it turns out. It'll probably take about another week or so. And I didn't really want to put it out because everybody else was flooding the market with it. So, and it get lost in the shuffle. So, I'm trying, but it's hard to have fun editing. Or at least it is for me. I don't mind doing the video, making a video. I just hate editing the video. And if YouTube's wasn't such pricks about the copyright stuff, I'd have good music in it like Lars does. But I guess it only matters if you're planning on making money off the channel. So, and I really don't. So, long way from that. Well, I'm hoping it'll be that's true, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm around 300, maybe. I don't know. Okay. It's funny how they can, a matter of 5 seconds, and they'll copyright claim against you for a 5-second piece that you didn't edit out. I'm like, and I don't understand why you can use a minute of copyrighted music on a live, or not a live, but on a short. It's just ridiculous. And you know, YouTube has such good music to put in, so. I'm not smart enough to do the AI music, and I'm too tight to buy the other stuff, which it's really no better than the YouTube music, the stuff you buy, because you still can't get copyrighted stuff unless you really want to pay out the nose. So I may chance it and do the copyright strikes. I don't. It sure makes the video better. I know that. I know Lars's his video was killer. So he had a good live yesterday there at that Six Smokies. That looked like a fun event. Huh. Well, everything's about money anymore. You know how that is. If you got it, somebody else wants it. Not me. I've got a couple dimes and I'm taking them with me. They can bury it with me. I don't care. This is much more enjoyable to sit here and talk to you guys than versus working on shit and watching what I say. So I'm not blaring cuss words out, because unfortunately that's kind of how I work. Because I'm used to working by myself, so I don't offend anybody. Yep. Medical, insurance, and government. It's all a freaking racket. And they're going to get theirs one way or the other. Funny thing about it, if you didn't have insurance or Medicaid or Medicare, if you paid them cash, that $1,300, you could probably pay off for $400 and they'd be happy with it. It's because they overcharge everybody else, inflated prices for the people that can pay, not for the people that won't pay. I guess everybody's out on the power, or not the power tour, but the, what is that called? They're all going to the Tucson Drags poverty tour. I guess Pole Barn Garage started a thing called poverty tour. They've been all over the internet, and I think they started yesterday, and I've seen a few of them already having breakdown problems, transmission problems. Seems like all this stuff happens at the same time. I mean, I would have loved to win on it, and if I wouldn't have went to North Carolina to Never Done Projects, back when Randy initially got hurt, I might have been able to do the Tucson Drags. But, and then we're going back to Never Done Projects a week from Friday. So, they're having a get together on Halloween and the day after for their 1 year anniversary. Hopefully by then Randy will be on his feet. It's kind of what I'm hoping. Oh, I know. You know, used to when you went to the hospital, the doctor's bills were included in the price of the hospital bill, but no, not anymore. You got the doctor, you got the anesthesiologist, you got everybody and their dogs got their hand out. Kind of like everybody nowadays with the tip jars everywhere. Just freaking disgusts me. But I'm old school. You know? When we all went to work, we done our work. We got paid to do our work because we had a job to do. We didn't ask for tips. And these people, ever since COVID, they think that they should get a tip for getting off their butt and going into work. Huh? Y'all get paid for that. Ain't like you're volunteering your time to come into work. I'll get off my soapbox. Now, granted, I don't mind giving somebody a tip. They go above and beyond. But I'm sorry, I'm not giving a tip at a fast food joint. I mean, seriously. You take, hey meow, you take my order and you hand me a thing of food. It ain't like you're really waiting on me. I mean, I've been to good restaurants that have had, they're not necessarily expensive restaurants, but I've been to restaurants where the waiter or waitress has been above and beyond and just kind of really went out of their way. And they've been rewarded with a better tip than a normal tip. So, but, and on the other hand, if you do a bad job, that'll also be reflected in the tip. My thing is that if a waiter or waitress, if I'm at a full service restaurant, if you let my glass go empty, and it's empty for more than a minute or two, the tip starts clicking off lower all the time. So that's kind of how right or wrong, that's how I rate it. So, What is Captain Bucky up to today? I messed up my stand. There it goes. Yeah. Yeah. We really don't have what I would classify as a diner here anymore. Little mom and pop local restaurants, good food, but they're not chains, and which is fine. I usually have better food at a home cooked place than you do a chain anyway. Um, Now you're up in like New Hampshire or Massachusetts or something like that, aren't you, Rich? Up in the northeast area. I've never been up there, so voice wanted to go up there. Yep, I think that's a good goal. I really is. Uh, I I'm a heavy drinker, usually iced tea. So I know voice texting sucks. That's why when you see I'm on your live, that you'll see me deleting a message because I'll hit send before I proofread it. And I end up having to remove it because it says something stupid. But yeah, I probably have been to more bad restaurants than good restaurants. Northeast New Jersey, huh? New Jersey. I'm just teasing. That's just, every time I hear New Jersey, I have to say that. Kind of makes me think of the mobster movies. Delwater Gap. Never heard of it. Now, I like American history, therefore that's why one reason I want to go to the Northeast. Back to the American Revolution, all that kind of stuff. I'd like to go check all that out. Oh, I know. That pisses me off too. Yep. Well, it just, I mean, everywhere you go, they've got, I went to a freaking car wash, and I probably ran it on this once before. One of these automatic car washes the other day up in Springfield, Missouri. I just wanted to get a quick rinse off of the car because it had gravel dust and stuff on it. And I thought, and good God, car washes are crazy high. But anyway, I wanted the undercarriage cleaned. And I think it was like $19 to run it through. And so when I get there to the little kiosk or whatever they call the thing where you run your card, a dude was sitting there on a stool, an employee. And he reaches for my card to run it through the machine that I could have reached and bypassed him and just put it in the machine. And wanted to know, well, what do you got? And then the kiosk come back, do you want to leave a tip? No, I don't. I could run my card through the machine. Give me a freaking break. You're sitting there on your ass, on a stool, and you think you're getting paid a salary, and you think I need to tip you? I can tell you where you need to go. Never been to New Jersey. The furthest I've ever been was Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I guess that's really not the Northeast, but well, I take that back. I have been to the edge of Virginia on the motorcycle. We did like 10 different states on the motorcycle one year on vacation in like 10 days. But one of these days, I plan on hitting it. I know there's some places, and maybe you can help me out on this, John, being you're in Virginia, that, like say we're going up to Denton, North Carolina, a week from Friday, which we won't be there till probably Sunday, because we're taking the old motor home, and it's about 900 miles, and 300 miles on that motor home is about all you want to drive in a day, because you're driving a big box, and if you get in wind, it just sucks to drive. And anyway, there's going to be some down days that I want to find something to do. I don't know whether it be before the following weekend or after. We've got 2 full weeks. I'm thinking about going to the NASCAR Hall of Fame Museum in Charlotte. But I'm not opposed to running up into Virginia. I would love to go to DC, but we're going to have our animals with us, and there's nowhere place close to park, so that kind of throws a wrench in that. Hey, Yusuf, how are you? But, I don't know what's all over in the area. I know kind of about Gatlinburg and all that area. Been there, done that. Used to live not too far from there for a few months. So I kind of know about that and the Tail of the Dragon. No, the Tail of the Dragon would not be fun with the 34-foot motorhome pulling the trailer. Matter of fact, it would suck. Thought about the coast, but it's not the best time of year probably to go to the coast. So, but I like kind of seeing historic things, anything close to Virginia, North Carolina border that would be worth my drive out of the way. I already been to Mayberry, so don't need to go back there. Went there, I was there about two years ago, so this will be the second trip for the motorhome going to North Carolina. One of these days, I need to run to Williamsburg, Virginia. What's at Williamsburg? Is there like a fort or something there? Kind of trying to think of my history. Civil War stuff. I'll look that up tonight on the computer, see what's up there. I did say they had a Wizard of Oz amusement park somewhere up on between the North Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee border and that area around Bristol. But I guess it's closed down. Not that sounded that interesting to me, but it's different. Something you don't see around here. I mean, where I live is Branson area, and it's pretty much like Gatlinburg. Same crap. Go-kart tracks, tourist traps, souvenir shops, all the same kind of bulls. So, and we have our version of Dollywood, which is Silver Dollar City, or as I like to call it, Steal Your Dollar City. Revolutionary War history. Okay. Well, I'll look into that. Bermuda Triangle. I'll pass on that, Rich. Thanks. Can't believe you even suggested that. You want me to get lost. Yeah, I'd like to kind of explore the area a little bit more. I mean, when I was there right before the No Name Nationals, it was a quick trip there. I drove straight through, and one day, and what did it take me? It took me about 14 hours. Probably about what it took you guys to get to Sikeston, isn't it? 14 hours. But really, a lot of caverns in Virginia. Okay. I'll have to do the touristy thing and pick up some pamphlets. I've tried to kind of do a Google search, and you know, they've got it so screwed up anymore that all you get's the paid sponsor stuff that comes up to the top all the time. Same old crap. Most time you get Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg stuff. Anywhere in that general area, you get flooded with that stuff. I still want to make it out west. I've never done, but that's got to wait till the wife retires, which hopefully won't be too long, a couple years maybe. Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of the Twilight Zone out there. Hell, all you got to do is go to Walmart to see the Twilight Zone. And that's not a regional thing. I think that's probably a nationwide thing. I think I've been to Walmart 3 times in the last 4 years. Can't say that I miss it. I would sooner pay a couple dollars more to have to fight the lines in Walmart or do their self-checkout. Well, guys, looks like we're coming up on a 2-hour mark. I know if I was closer, I'd like to go to Salem, Massachusetts. I know I'd like to go see some of the witch stuff. Hey, kitty pigeon. Well, you know what Walmart can do, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I'm about 90 miles from Walmart's headquarters, and probably 35 minutes from Bass Pro's headquarters. So, and I go to both of them very little. I agree. It has for years, ever since the old man died. Hey, Dennis. How are you? You missed the fun. I about started throwing stuff when I was working on stuff. But anyway, so far I've got the heater hose lines off. You come to find out there was 2 heaters in the back of the van. I didn't realize that. I thought I had a heater and air conditioner, but obviously the air conditioner was a combination of heater AC. So I will probably save that. We may end up putting that back in down the road, but I'm not going back with the heater. But so far I've got the lines loose, got the ACU unbolted from the floor and disconnected. I've got to figure out how to unbolt the heater box from it, and then start removing all these 20 some foot of line to the heater core. Enough for me. I do shift work, and my union boss told me it was break time about an hour ago. And my shop is a union shop. It's called the Union of Me. And when I say it's break time, it's break time. When I say it's quitting time, it's quitting time. I answer to nobody. So. Oh. Yeah. I was working on the, up by the dryer. And I don't know if they put something on the fittings or what, but I had a hell of a time getting a couple of fittings broke loose. It took a big pipe wrench and a big crescent wrench, and I had to lay into it, and I finally got it broke loose. But I've got another line going into the dryer that I'm thinking I'm the dryer is probably not going to survive on it. Because I think if I put that much pressure on the aluminum, she's going to twist. I know, you know, you can't keep a good shop steward. You really can't. Well, I was kind of that way, but I was on live and I was starting to lose my cool. So I told everybody, I said, well, let's go inside and start working on the units inside. And so that's what I did, because I figured I better come back and work under the hood, what little room there is under the hood on a van, off camera, so you guys' ears didn't burn. Classic, how are you, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Then I probably threw a tool at least once or 20 times in my life, maybe more. Sometimes the tool landed probably where it shouldn't have landed and cost more money, but God did not give me a lot of patience in my life. You know, the worst part about it, when I throw a wrench, it's my only damn wrench. You know, it's hell working on stuff when you only have one wrench. I have lots of hammers, a couple screwdrivers, but one damn wrench. Well, I wish I was, but I guess I've been blessed other ways. But I'm probably a little bit better at it, because now I know that you know, I don't have to do it. You know, it's not a matter of life and death. If I don't get it done, fine. And if I break it, I break it. I mean, you gotta look at it. That damn thing is 35 years old. It's paid for itself. But, and you know, I really don't care if I have AC in it. Sure, it's nice in the summertime, you go to the car shows and stuff, but you know, the 18 van isn't the most car showable vehicle. Rust spot on it. I think the halos are supposed to be made out of gold, aren't they? Gold's not supposed to rust. All right, Gary, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Hit the like on the way out if you haven't. Appreciate you. Thanks, man. Guys, I'm probably going to bug out. I've been on for over 2 hours. Even though only an hour of it's been sitting here talking to you. I probably not going to do another working live that much. Didn't seem to go over very well. People came and left. But and that's all good. Hey, three-wheeler. Late again, yeah. You come at the tail end. Well, I try to run my lives 3 to 5. I know it's not the best time frame, but I try not to compete with my other friends that do lives at 5. When that is Central Time. Yeah, I do. I do know how to get in touch with you. Yes. But anyway, I appreciate you all coming in, hanging out, chatting up Storm. It's good to see you, Rich. And glad you interacted more than you normally do. Kind of makes the lives go better when everybody interacts. Who? Who? So, anyway, thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one. If not, I'll probably see you over in Randy's chat over at Never Done Projects. But again, appreciate you. Thanks for coming in. Have a good night.